The breakthrough day is a full day of focus on you uncovering deeper rooted issues that have been causing many surface issues. So as opposed to working one-to-one on single things, we work on the root of many things. And it is a very bespoke day. Each client will have their own personal breakthrough that they need to make for themselves in order to begin to achieve the life that they want, whether that be in relationships, personal growth and development, your career, your family area of your life, your health and fitness area of your life, whatever it is for you will be very personal. And the day is structured in 3 parts. First of all, we have the discovery phase where I talk you through how your brain is working, how you've been creating the problem that you've been creating, and we uncover what the real problem is. I'm very direct and have a very specific way of working with my clients to really get under the hood, if you like, of what's going on in the engine. So you have an opportunity to really connect to that part of you that really knows. And as a hypnotist and NLP master coach, there are ways to elicit that information. And the first part of the day is about you and about all of that stuff that perhaps you weren't so aware of at a conscious level. However, it will make more sense when we begin to uncover it. And that's very special because we are afforded the time in a full day to really get to the bones of the issue. Then we move to really healing it. I have methods that I use, timeline therapy, neuroscience-based techniques like the havening technique, which is extraordinary for negative memories, but also NLP hypnosis, that over time, over 11 years, I've honed into a system that really does support my clients in these breakthrough days. And again, we have the time to really thoroughly go through and heal with your unconscious mind, healing up its own problem that it put in place. And it's a very elegant process, timeline therapy, and I talk you through it and guide you through it. And this is where you then kind of have lunch in the spa hotel, which is the usual environment that I book for these sessions, and come back and then we coach you through the latter part of the day, aligning you forwards, really finding out what your focus now is in the absence of those old problems. And you can start to live the life that you want to live and begin to really see and believe it. Clients often express that they feel much lighter, they have an abundance of confidence, and it is a very intensive day. It is an intensive, and it really is about finding out what the real problems are and then releasing them and healing them and superseding them with solutions. So it's intensive in terms of we really look at what's really going on, which can feel a bit uncomfortable to begin with, of course, which is why you've been pushing it down. However, the day is to support you through that and out the other side. Whether it be a phobia that has been sticky for a long time, often people would be like, I've tried everything, I just don't know how to get rid of this. And that's when they find me at the threshold point. This really is a threshold day of going, you are not going beyond this day until you release it. But that's an important point because I'm a guide. I'm not the one holding your problem, it will be you. But I have the techniques to help you get there. So it's whether or not you're ready to let this stuff go. And if you're listening to this, and if you're even listening at this point, there is part of you that's probably thinking, yeah, this sounds like something that would be good to do, a spring clean of my emotions and a healthy, fresh start. If that sounds like something that would benefit you, this is the process for you. Through that day, you're offered the opportunity to heal up negative emotions that have been supporting this problem that you might not even remember. This is about coaching your unconscious mind and really using the way your unconscious mind likes to heal, which is rapid, which is synaptic, and which is about finding solutions and allowing those new neural pathways to be created in the space of that day that we can really test. This is a testable process. At the beginning of the day, you create your evidence base that we will then test at the latter part of the day so that you have a measurable way of knowing that the problem's gone as much as we can, because of course everybody's breakthrough is very different. For some people that is so clearly black and white, and for other people, if it's a huge public speaking phobia, they absolutely know it's gone, but we might not have the opportunity to put them directly in front of a large audience right there after the session. However, they can go on to test it, and often the feedback is it was undeniable. Even from the moment before I stepped onto the stage in front of those people, I could tell. So you absolutely know in the room that the problem's gone, and then there is the testing phase. So we do have a catch-up session following the breakthrough day so that I can check in on you and just kind of hear how you're getting on. And that's for each client to instigate, really. It's to be used within a week of the session, but you do get the opportunity to chat back to me, tell me how you're going, and perhaps then coach forwards, because once you've let go of your problem, you then will want to realign your future towards what it is you do want, that has been obscured because of all the problems that you came in to release. This is very interesting. Your unconscious mind will always cloud you with the problems it wants to heal for you before it lets you move forwards. It's a protective mechanism. So often the hardest question to answer when people are full of their own problems and stuff to heal is, what is it that you want? They're like, well, I don't know. I don't have any direction. I just know that I'm in stuck state. I know I've got this problem. And it's like being in the eye of your own storm. It's like not really knowing if you're on track, knowing that something's wrong and you have all this stuff and it's just weighing you down. That's typical. That's normal for this kind of stage. This is the perfect thing to do, is to clear that out so that you can begin to reform for yourself what your new targets are in your life, whether that be relationship, family goals, whether that be a career goal or perhaps a new career, that we really talk about what's important to you, what lifts your heart at the latter part of the stage of the breakthrough process. So it's in 3 parts: the discovery, the healing, and the follow through forwards. And if this is something that could make a massive difference in your life, if these problems are costing you in terms of energy, relationships, the career that you want, time, the time it takes to be stuck in your problem as opposed to moving forwards, and of course all of the financial aspects of throwing kind of anything at your problem rather than really sorting it out, then this breakthrough process is definitely one to be considered. I have people who have left video testimonials for you to watch, so of course do have a look at those. They're different people's perspectives. However, of course, they're always bespoke to that person. This is about you. And if you consider what would break me through to my next level, what would elevate me up to the level of achievement that I really want for myself? Do I love myself enough to want that elevation? This is the process. Now, as an NLP master practitioner and coach, I have been doing my job for 11 years as a therapist, using timeline therapy, TFT, EFT, these pressure point techniques, a whole abundance of learnings and trainings over many years. And I have honed this down. As you do over doing hundreds and thousands of hours of your work, you notice that over time you tend to notice patterns that people come in with. This breakthrough process really is for me now something that I've honed and mastered over many, many, many times of doing it. And so you're in safe hands. You're in the hands of somebody who has done this work clinically for a long time now, and I am passionate about getting results. Warning though, I'm very direct, because if somebody's paying me for a job to make sure they get rid of their problem, I will be asking you possibly uncomfortable questions, and that is necessary. As coaches, we are coaches to ask you the kind of questions that other people wouldn't dare to ask you, or have perhaps not even noticed, because we're looking in your blind spot, if you like. Now you're kind of driving through life not noticing all of the things around you. We're asking you the kinds of awareness questions that really raise up to your awareness that which was always going on and possibly been getting in your way for a very long time, but the awareness is king, and then we can do something about it. This isn't the relaxing process of hypnosis, the 90-minute sessions of hypnotherapy to target one thing, and it can feel very relaxing. You can feel like you're having a different kind of experience to this one. This really is very different to all of the other processes that I've offered in the past. This isn't a relaxing hypnotherapy transition. This is a breakthrough, and breaking through to anything else can often feel like you're breaking your shell and your protective shell that is actually keeping you stuck in your problem. And so it is normal to feel a little bit, perhaps, fearful of what might come up. That's normal, that's okay. However, it is important not to expect the comfy armchair relaxing kind of hypnotherapy experience with the breakthrough day. You will have the hypnotherapy, you will be offered all of those healing processes. However, that first part of the day is looking at the areas of your life that these problems are occurring for you. So we're looking at many things in a breakthrough, as opposed to a single session which will really just be focusing on one thing at a time. This is looking at what's going on at a deeper level. It's a bit like layers of rock. If you think of the grass level, that's your awareness conscious mind level, the judger mind, the mind that's only aware of 5 to 9 things at once maximum, and then you've got the unconscious mind, which is like 10 to 30 million bits of information per second, perhaps even more than that, which is a huge amount of awareness. And your unconscious mind has been trying to get your attention with symptoms, with fear, with panic, with stress, with all of these signals feeding back to you that, boy, something's not right around here. Feelings in the stomach and the gut that something's not happening for me and I wish it was. And this is what we're looking at in a breakthrough session. And they can manifest themselves in terms of addictive behaviors, patterns of behaviors that you've been doing over a long period of time, or perhaps something that's just come starkly into focus that you're like, yes, I really am sick of this, I want to let this go. And we support that in the breakthrough day.